In this moment, we bind our hearts and minds, for we all form a tapestry woven from one life, one creation, undivided, all unique expressions of God. We come together now on one accord. We come together in this moment. We bind our hearts and minds, for we all form a tapestry woven from one life, one creation, undivided, all unique expressions of God. We come together now in one accord.
So as we come together in one accord, in that one breath, let us breathe in and out, knowing that there is one life, one love, one universal divine mind that is operating right here, right now, is operating in, through, and as each of us today. So at this moment, I want to express my gratitude for the first peoples, the people who have been here from time immemorial, for their love and care of the land, the water, and all living creatures. We pay our respects for loving, working, playing, and learning on these unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including Semiahmoo, Katsi, Coquitlam, Kwantlen, Wasanich, and Tawasin First Nation. And may this acknowledgement serve as a reminder of an understanding of harmony as we forge ahead to create a shared journey of a more compassionate society. At CSL White Rock, our vision is a loving, vibrant world that works for all. And our teaching is based on the science of mind, and it is a philosophy, a faith, a way of life. So today, when we come into the center on Sundays, we talk about 4 things every week. And the first one is that there is one life, one love, one universal divine mind. 2, that we are spirit having a human experience. 3, nothing outside of us needs to change for us to be happy. Gulp. And 4th is we are here to walk each other home. And so in knowing and accepting and living these truths as our life experience, I know that today will be a day of nourishment, a day of connection, a day of learning, a day of growth. Whatever it may be for you, just claiming that for yourself today, setting that intention of what you want to experience in this moment. And know with a deep gratitude that the law of mind is working right here, right now. So I ask you to accept these words and say with me, and so it is.
We come together in this moment. We bind our hearts and minds, for we all form a tapestry woven from one life, one creation, undivided, all unique expressions of God. We come together now in one accord. We come together now in one accord.
why it got to be this close, right? Oh. Okay, my name is Judy Reed, and I'm a member of the board at CSL. Oh, even that? Yeah? Okay, can you hear? Oh, yeah, I can tell now. Okay, my name is Judy Reed, and I'm a member of the board at CSL. We thank you all for taking your time to be with us this morning, and we also thank our people online through Zoom and YouTube Live. If there's new people here today, Ray will have a packet of for new members, people showing up. And today is potluck, so if you'd like to stay and enjoy some food and friendship, please stay. This is a wonderful opportunity to meet with community members and dig a little deeper into our teaching. We have morning sacred circles, which is, next one is on Thursday, October 24th at 10:30. Please register. Sacred circles are where they go over the principles. The next thing we have is the town hall meeting, which is next Sunday, which is really important because we can get all your input about what you would like to see for the center for 2025. So please, after next Sunday, don't just rush off. Okay, so save the date for Sunday, November the 10th, when we're having a birthday party for the CSL White Rock 30th anniversary. So that should be great. Yes, all the upcoming courses, meditation, Zoom links and information is on our website. And now I would like to introduce Judy Mitten, to come up and make an announcement about an event coming up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Judy Mitten, and it is my pleasure to offer this wonderful community a silent auction at our December 1st event, our fundraising event. Sorry? Winter concert, yes, which will be an opportunity for us to raise some funds for our wonderful community. So I'm doing a silent auction. Do you all know how that works? I'll wait afterwards if you need further explanation. But I'm looking for donated items. For example, Rev Tamara is donating a dinner for 4. And so that will be really wonderful. We would hope to start the bidding on that at 100, but we would hope that it would go higher than that because you can't go out for a gourmet dinner for less than 150. So I'm doing a couple of charcuterie buckets that will have wine. So I'm just giving you examples. We'll have wine and cheeses and salamis and yada yada. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm wondering if any of you might have something valuable in your homes that we could sell for around $100 or more. So i.e., it may be a piece of art, original art. It might be a piece of fine china. I have a piece of Moorcroft that I'm thinking of putting in. So I'm going to leave it with you to put your thinking caps on, wander through your homes, and see what you might find. I think jewelry might not be a great idea because it would be difficult for us to determine its value, unless you have a piece that you know the value of. So I'd like this all together, put together by the 15th of November, no later than. So at any point, you can contact me or Janet Pope, and let me know what you have. I will also require someone who will type up and print out the sheets required to do the So there's probably plenty of you. You could do that, Nancy. Wonderful. So if you have any further questions, please, I'll wait around afterwards. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judy. And now I'd like to invite up Diane to do meditation today.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me well? Very important. So get comfortable. You know what to do here. It's always a short moment that we spend together in quiet. We're telling Spirit we are here. We're willing to listen. We're willing to feel this presence within us here. And it is through the breath of life, of love, of spirit. And I'm going to read a few words from Ernest Holmes in this book, Your Invisible Power. Just follow the words. Allow the words to sink into your mind, into your heart, into every cell of your being. To have that feeling of oneness, of presence. So Ernest says, you have a friend within you who is closer than your shadow. And this friend anticipates your every desire, knows your every need, and governs your every act. This friend within you is infinite, since this friend is a personification of God. This friend is not limited by previous experiences which you may have had. By present conditions nor passing situation. This friend may seem to be someone else. Not your real self. But it is not the case. This friend within you is different from all other persons. Right now, you are one with this friend within. The friend within you lives in a state of peace, above fear, beyond hurt. The friend within you is continuously looking after your well-being, always wishing you to be happy, to be well, to be radiant. I am never alone. I always have this presence within me. I am never alone. Let's bring a feeling of gratitude in your heart for knowing this truth, for feeling this truth. For allowing this truth to expand, to anchor itself within every cell of your body. Bring it in. So bring a smile on your face, knowing that this presence is there with you always. And come back in the room with gratitude. Gratitude. Namaste. It's your turn now.
I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, and the green was easy, and the rivers ran clear. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, and peace spread over the land. And the flowers bloom in the desert, and the air is fresh and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose, and the way was easy, and the path was clear. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. And the guardian stars are shining, and the night is bright and clear. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and the sound was easy, and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. And the ancient pain is forgotten, and the Father's debts are clear. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land, and peace spread over the land. Thank you.
Linda, that was beautiful. Thank you. Peace spread over the land. Isn't that much needed now? In so many places, peace spreading all over the land. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I'm Rev Tamara, the spiritual director here. And today we're talking about power together. Last week I talked about our own personal power, and this week we're moving into what we can create together. But I think my talk really should be called Better Together, right? Because we're better together. So this whole month we've been talking about that grand rising with power begins within us. We do our inner work and create a relationship with our inner power that supports us. And as we forgive and heal our inner relationship with that power, we take that next step into rising, into expressing it. And this step asks us to release our hidden agendas. We begin to express our power with integrity and authenticity. With integrity and authenticity. And power expressed in this manner supports and draws those around together in support of shared causes and ideas. So coming together in our authentic power multiplies what we can do. The difference for good we can make as a group, a community, is more expanded to express our power. So this week has been a week I've been thinking about this a lot and about how do I want to take this? How do I want to go with this topic? Because there's so many different ways that we could go with it. And when it first started, I was fortunate enough to drive up to Kelowna on Friday afternoon and came back yesterday. But I got to witness the installation of the new minister in CSL Kelowna, Reverend John De Palma. And he came from Florida, I believe, and a very sweet, sweet soul. So I got to witness Dr. Ken and Deb Gordon, who's their center, which is 31 years old. So just a year older than us. And Reverend Noli, who used to run the center, went to school with Dr. Deb and Dr. Ken. So it was a really touching experience. So there was about 12 ministers that we did a procession, much like when I did my installation. So it brought back a whole flood of memories from June 11th, like 2023. And, you know, it was done a little differently than mine, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful ceremony, that whole piece of recognizing. And so when I was thinking of this, we're better together, and why I bring this story to you today is because We are better together as the organization, as CSL, as Centers for Spiritual Living. We have over 400 other centers around the world, right? 400 centers that we have one home office organization that supports that. And one of the main ways that we support that is, has anybody heard of the Science of Mind magazine? Right? Does anybody have a subscription to it? Yay? Okay, that magazine is 97 years old, people. 97 years old. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little bit in trouble. With print and costs going sky high, people get most things on the internet now. So why I bring this up today is because we are better together. That magazine offers daily writings. It offers daily wisdom. It offers new thought writers that come and give us articles to consider. So if it is, I think, $18 for a year for a digital copy. So if you're so inclined and want to be better together and support this teaching and support the bigger organization, I really recommend getting a copy of it. I've also found a copy in Chapters here. They they carry usually about 4 or 5 copies of it, or not. It's not Chapters. It's Indigo now, right? Indigo. And so, let's even make sure that we're buying them from Indigo if we want a physical copy so that they keep bringing in the magazine in and see how we can do. And I'm going to try and order a few. My mom lives just across the border in Birch Bay, so I can hopefully, because I know sometimes shipping to Canada can take a little bit long, so I'm going to try and get some shipped to her so that I go and visit her most weeks, so I can bring some back. And we can have them here for if people want to buy some. But we want to be part of the solution for this organization because this teaching is important. This teaching is important. This philosophy, this way of life about learning about our own responsibility, about our own self-power, about our own spiritual growth. So why I talk about that is as we're moving into that, when we talk about our 4 beliefs that we talk about every Sunday, that we're here to walk each other home. We're here to be part of something bigger, something more. So that purpose, it leads us into purpose. So the question I have is, here at CSL White Rock, we're 30 years old, and that is an amazing accomplishment. We're one of those older I want to say franchises, but centers. We're not a franchise, sorry. My business banking brain just kicked in. But we're one of those oldest centers in Canada. So it's pretty amazing that we are here. And there's been many other centers here in the Lower Mainland. There's been a couple in Vancouver. There's been one in Maple Ridge. There's been one, I think, in Langley for a while. I think some people in Langley still meet every so often, yes. And there's another United Minister, Reverend Sophia Ducey, who still has the CSL Lower Mainland, but they haven't been really doing much of late. So that it's such an accomplishment for us to still be here. But the thing is, we're here still today. Do you know why? We work better together. And we've had people committed to coming. The center isn't my center. This center is Spirit Center. So that means this center is your center, because each one of you are an expression of that one mind. You're an expression of that divine essence, that unique wisdom. And so why we are here today and standing here is because of all of you. And it's also because of all the people who've come through the door before us. Right? I've been with this center now since 2000. Well, Jill and I go back and forth, whether it's 13 or 14, but it's somewhere in there. But I know there There was ministers before me, there was practitioners, there was lots of different members. At one point, we were over 150 people would gather together every Sunday at Cargill Hall. You guys will learn more about that on November 10th when we have our birthday party, our birthday celebration. And, I want to talk about that. So it came up, I was talking to Teresa, who does our social media, and we were thinking about how do we celebrate this 30-year anniversary? So she suggested a couple ideas, and then I was doing prayer with my prayer partner, and all of a sudden this whole kind of download just came through about what I needed to do. And it said, you need to do 30 for 30. And I'm like, what does that even mean, 30 for 30, right? And so it goes, no, you need to do 30 days of spiritual practice, and one spiritual practice is giving, so you need to charge $30 for the 30 days. And each day, if you sign up, it's already on, that day, I don't know what possessed me. Well, I know what possessed me, the divine wisdom. And it came through, and it's on the website already. I think I put it in the newsletter. But it is a day that we can, every day I'll send an email to you, and you will get either a quote, a meditation, a prayer, to practice, to celebrate 30 years. So let's step in this together, because really, why are we here? Spiritual growth. We are here to develop that inner essence, that inner power, that we all are part of that divine. We are all one with that one. And how often do we connect with that? How often do we maybe stop ourselves and not pray? It was interesting, Dr. Ken Gordon was talking about prayer last night, or on Friday night, and he said he's taught many classes, many ministers, practitioners, and he asked everybody, so do you believe that affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatments work? What do you guys think? Everybody said yes, right? Okay, so we believe that. But do we practice that every day? Right? And I'm not admonishing anybody, because sometimes, you know what? I forget to pray every day. It happens. But the thing is, if we believe it and we know that truth of it, let's step into it. Let's lean into it and use the tools that we have for our betterment, for our spiritual growth, that we're moving in the direction that we say we want to go. Because it's easy to keep ourselves smaller than shine our light. And the thing is, we can all shine it together. Right? Where there is 1,000 people who come to use this teaching, the world will change. That's paraphrased from Ernest Holmes' Sermon on the Mount, or sermon from Asilomar. Right? And that's the thing. If we can start using this teaching, and we've just recently here started to put together an outreach team. So for our December 1st winter concert, yes, it's a fundraiser for us, but we're also going to be supporting Brella. We're going to be supporting the food bank, because this is about community. And if we say we're a community and that we want to support community, then we need to step into that. We need to take action. Right? What did Liv say a couple weeks ago, right? That our thought and emotion and action, that's the manifestation. So if we want to grow our center and teach, or not teach, but have people experience the science of mind, we need to move out into the world. We need to show up and be that change that we want to see in the world, to be that presence. So, it's the thing too, all these people have walked through this door and have gone on to do great things in the world, and we bless them. We bless so many people who've passed through the Center for Spiritual Living, White Rock, and know that they're out there and have shifted because they've come to the center. And whether they're coming now or they come back or they don't, we bless them because they've gotten something that they've needed. It's gotten them closer to their own divinity. It's gotten them closer to their own understanding of that one power. So bless them to whatever they're doing. And I know that the right people will come back, or the right people will find us as we move through this, because we are an important piece of what is happening in this world. We can be that ripple effect. So I was looking up Reverend Jim Lockard. He lives in France, and he wrote a book called Creating the Beloved Community. It's a handbook for spiritual community. And he said, the beloved community is a collection of individuals who are learning how to love themselves, one another, and the universe. Regardless of what name we give this idea, it is the same thing. The creation of the experience of belonging and experiencing the wonders of who we are individually and collectively. It is a place where purpose and passion meet, where we practice being the person we desire to be and support others in that effort. It is where our faith in spiritual principles is realized as true compassion and service. The beloved community is a strong attractor to those who seek spiritual realization. It is not a place of struggle, but of continual progress towards a vision. Then guess what? This progress, it may go like this, people. It's not always going to go one way, but there's sometimes roadblocks. There's sometimes things we hit a little bump in the road, and that's where we have to go. Okay, do I believe in this? Do I have faith? Right? It's asking ourselves those questions about our faith in that. So this progress may have its ups and downs, but there's a sense of forward motion and being involved in something that is vital. Right? And our spiritual growth is vital to humanity. So Jim Lockard also said, faith, New Thought is a safe space in spiritual community. It's not about eliminating discomfort. It's about providing a supportive place where we can experience the inevitable discomfort of deep personal introspection and spiritual growth with the support and understanding. So we're not here to be super comfortable all the time. Though we like to be comfortable, I like to be comfortable, but yet I know for my own growth, I have to move. I have to step forward. I have to do something different. And that it can be a challenge sometimes, because I kind of like my little bubble. I like my little, not my little people, but I like my people here, right? I feel comfortable and cozy. And me to have to go and speak to more people or to do more things and to be blah, like that's scary. But yet, that is what's being birthed. That is what is being called for in all of us, not just me. It's like sharing our own stories. What brought you to the science of mind? Just think about that for a moment. What brought you here in the first spot, the first place, when you first walked through that door? And I want to recognize the people who are here for the first time, because this can be a little intimidating and scary, coming into a new place for the first time. I don't know what these crazy people are talking about or doing, right? But the thing is, it's those stories that we tell ourselves that cause us to wonder, is this my place? Is this my people? Is this where I belong? And the thing is, we want to be a place of belonging, of diversity, of love, because that is the big key of everything, is love. Without love, what do we have? And that is, another name for the divine is definitely love, imagination, beauty. There's so many different things that we can call that divine essence. So it's a point to remember, is that we are here to live from a place of compassion, that compassionate heart, and that compassionate heart and compassion is an expression of the divine love, and that love knows no restriction. or limitations. And the love is available to all of us. Yet sometimes few of us manage to express it. And in fact, there's a few out there that might not even believe in it. Right? So how much, but it is knowing that it is within you, that love is within you. So if there is, you will, a way of being in spiritual community, especially if the desire is to create an authentic version of that beloved community, we can think of this of a both and position. And you have to have that first, that strong inward focus on spiritual principles of faith tradition, which then enables us to position to embody those principles and engage with the larger world. Our aim is not to convert people, but to selflessly serve the larger community, where here nothing is sold or marketed. There's no agenda beyond service. It's simply a natural expression of compassion and love that have arisen in people who have learned and are practicing deep spiritual principles. Being part of this community ignites the desire to be of service in whatever forms the larger community needs at any given moment. So that's great, right? All this stuff that we're here to be, we're starting to move in that place. But on an individual level, do we collaborate here? Do we feel empowered when we come into this center? Because do we stop ourselves sometimes from reaching out for prayer? Do we suffer alone? Maybe, sometimes, yeah? Right? Because that is the thing. And we have this perception that if we ask for help, do you feel maybe that somebody's going to look down on you? Maybe you're embarrassed. Maybe there is that piece of looking weak, that you don't have it all together, so to speak, right? So when we ask for help, that is the thing. We're better together. And sometimes we just need that little bit of help from our friends. Sometimes we just need that person to give us that outside perspective. It's that time we need to talk to a practitioner that says, I know the truth of you. I know you are the divine essence, the divine wisdom that is being expressed in you, through you, as you, right here, right now. They know that truth of you. That is their calling. That is their purpose, is to remind you of who you are. I was talking to one minister and they were telling me that they will call their people sometimes when they don't see them very often. And more often than not, after they've called them, they've just found out they haven't been at the center for a while because somebody passed away in their family. They just had an operation. They've been in the hospital. They've been sick. But nobody knows that. Nobody knows that. So how do we, as the Center for Spiritual Living White Rock, excuse me, know that for each other? How do we start to connect the dots? Well, I think one is a potluck, right? We get to be places. Sorry, I'm just going to get a glass of water. Right? It's taking a class. It's showing up for Sacred Circle. It is showing up for meditation in the morning. It's signing up for my 30 for 30. Right? It is, thank you, Kathy. It is doing something. It's reaching out, saying, hey, would you like to do prayer together on the weekend? Would you like to go for a walk? Because the thing is, there's a saying that we're most like the 5 people that we hang around with. right? So right here, this is your people that have a similar outlook on life. You know, that we're similarly like-minded, we believe in something larger than ourselves, we believe in that divine essence. So this is a place that you can turn to for support, for love, for reminders of who you really are, that you are that divine essence. So we don't have to suffer in silence. We don't have to do everything on our own. You know I was talking to some young people the other day, and they were like, well, you know, we can't always rely on our parents, or we can't do this. We've got to figure it out ourselves. And I'm like, really? You have to do this on your own? You have to tough it out? Be all macho? No. There's people who love you and support you and want the best for you. So why not lean into that? Why not lean into those people that love you? It's not that they're trying to control you. And I think that sometimes we get that in our mind, that if somebody's helping me, then I'm going to owe them something. That I'm going to be kind of, there will be that peace. But the thing is, most of us are offering to give help because it gives us something. It means something to us. I know when I get to help somebody, like I went and I had a meeting with somebody, and we were going to do a process together, and we did her process and we didn't get to do mine, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't get to do that. And I was like, it is all good. You just gave me the biggest gift of letting me see you in a vulnerable state and letting me help you through this. I said, that has made me feel so much better, and I know that I'm on this path, and this is what I want to do. I want to be here as a minister. I signed up, did the 9 years, so thank you, right? And I want to be of service to you. And everybody might look and go, but you're too busy, you're too this, you're too that, or somebody else is too busy, they're too that. No, we're not. Our practitioners, myself, are here for you. Because if it wasn't for you, why are we here? So we are better together. We are that place that we can turn to each other and help each other and know that we don't have to do it alone. Because, I don't know, that's kind of lonely. Right? And Diane's meditation today, how perfect, right? Because that's the other piece. As much as we can reach out with everybody here, but we also have to remember we have that friend within. We're never alone. But yet, we can tell ourselves a story that we don't deserve it. We don't deserve help. We're not worthy of it. And that is so untrue. It is so untrue. Ernest Holmes, I thought, Ideas of Power, because we're talking about power, I thought this was a perfect book to pull out. And, he's a funny guy. I didn't realize when this book talks about the talks that he gave at Founders Church. But he says, it is time to move forward, that now is the time to do something. Don't wait. Pray for yourself, pray for others, and know that perfection in everyone. It's that circulation. There is no stagnation. And there is always the principle back of all of our prayer, and listen to this, a mental and spiritual argument logically presented to the mind. That has helped heal 90% of all people have ever been helped in the last 100 years by all metaphysical movements. So it's straightening out our own mind and listening to that mental and spiritual argument logically. And it is knowing that we are that one, that we negate some of those things. It's pulling out those weeds. It's planting the gardens. It's planting those thoughts. And are we planting positive? Are we planting flowers? Or are we planting weeds? So I say, let's pull out the weeds, people. Let's pull out the weeds and let's plant the flowers and know that life is for us. Life is good. So let's go with that. So let's take a moment and go into prayer. I'm going to ask you to do something a little different today. So I want you to feel the energy. I want you to rub your hands. Get it all really warm, fast. Okay. Now feel that. Bring your hands apart a little bit. Do you still feel that energy as it comes apart? And bring it back in together. Rub them again. And now place them on your heart. Feel that energy of love, of joy right here, knowing that there's one life, one love, one universal divine mind that is operating right here, right now. I know that life is expressing in each of us in perfection. So today, I know that we are better together, that this spiritual community is walking a path of love, of becoming that beloved community with a compassionate heart, that we connect and know that each of us belongs. We belong to ourselves as well as to this community. I know that life is beautiful, and sometimes there is just that little nugget of doubt and fear. So we uproot that doubt and fear and replace it with knowing that love conquers fear. That love is the answer, that love is that ever-presence and energy. It is all around us, it surrounds us. And knowing that there are people who care, knowing that there are people that support us in each moment. That divine friend within is always there nudging us forward. So today, I claim for each of you that life of joy that is your birthright. So my heart is full of gratitude as we take this step together, this time to connect, this time to be in spiritual community. And I allow these words to go into that creative medium, into that law of mind that always responds back to whatever we put into it. So today I put love. I let it be, I let it go, and ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you. I'll bring back Linda, who agreed to do a song for me after I decided this morning at 10:10.
I like to live dangerously. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Whoops. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Love, love, love. High with a little help from my friends. I feel the love. Sing along, people. Give me the background now. I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I love my friends. They help me when I'm feeling down. They fill me with love, love, love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. We did it.
Did it. Woo! You did amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a great song. So fun. I thought it just tied in perfectly. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And as we say thank you, it is that time where we express our gratitude for being in community together. We participate in that law of circulation, in that place of love and joy, knowing that everything that we give joyfully returns to us. So I ask you to take a moment, and if you have a gift to give to the center today, or just place your hand on your heart and know a specific good for yourself today. Remember that intention you had set at the beginning. Notice if that is there. And maybe know a certain good for this community. And now know a certain good for the whole world. So I ask you to join me in our affirmation today. I think, is it up there? I live in the universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me, multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. Yeah, and so it is.
And so it is. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. Oh, I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. One more time. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. One more time. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and lay my head to rest, I am blessed. 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 Ooh, you want to do it one more time? I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. Oh, one more time. I'm blessed. Oh, yeah, I'm blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. Woo!
We're feeling it. I hope everybody got their little joy note. And I love my practitioners. I don't even have to invite them up. They just know to come up and be with me. They are well-trained practitioners. Definitely use them for prayer. And know that you have Diane and Georgia and myself today if you would like prayer after service. But let's take a moment and bless these gifts. And know that as I bless these gifts, I'm blessing the givers, the receivers, and this wonderful community. I know these gifts make a difference for us and for our musicians and for the rent we pay. I know it, I know it, I know it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We live in an abundant universe, and I know that each one here is prosperous in love and joy and life. I let it be, I let it go, and ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. So hopefully everybody got a little joy note, and if you didn't, please. Oh yes, I have one for Zoom people today. So Zoom people, your little joy note today is life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. Dr. Ernest Holmes. Yeah, so there we are. All right, so I get everybody to join in our last closing affirmation. If you feel comfortable, please stand. And today we're going to use this thing called unity. Just so you know, because I think we have a blank up there. In the blank, we're going to use unity. So there is something wonderful in me right now. It's this thing called life. It's this thing called love. It's this thing called unity. I know it. I feel it. I express it. I am it. And so it is. And back to Linda.
I release and I let go. I let my spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only